I don't know. All right. Yeah. So how's it going? What's going on?
It's good. I just got home from picking the kids up from school,
I
and I
imagine.
made them some fried rice and some fish and some salad.
Girl,
And and
you are doing the doggone thing, huh?
I'm trying. And then now the Saeed's doing his homework, and the Wemmy, she's on YouTube practicing how to dance and stuff like that.
What? Wait, what grade are they now?
Second.
Second grade, and she's on YouTube practicing how to dance.
Yeah, because I'll be trying to give them little tasks to keep them occupied while they're at home with me. So then it'll be like they're gonna draw a picture and then write about it. Then they're gonna
Right.
color a picture and then write about it. And then they're
Mhm.
gonna watch the YouTube and then write about what they watched on the YouTube because I want them to be aware about what they're watching and doing. And I
Right.
want them to tell me why they're doing all of these things and why do they like these stuff too. So
Right.
it's just to keep them aware of the atmosphere, I guess, because people don't. I watched a whole bunch of movies and I don't remember what it was about, how it was about. I don't remember the actor, the actresses. Like, so that's why I'm trying to keep up with them and stuff like that so that they can know and remember.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's exactly what I was talking about today is just being aware, developing an awareness of what's going on around you and more importantly, like what's going on inside of you.
Yeah.
How do you
How
cultivate
do you
that?
feel about these things? How do you feel
Yeah.
about that movie? How do you feel about that when you watch that YouTube? So that you can be able to express yourself more because I know that that's something that I had a hard time with too, like expressing my feelings. And so that people just get to tell you how you feel about everything. Like, that's not how
Awesome.
I feel. That's what you think I feel like. So now
That's
when
so
they get,
awesome. That is
yeah,
so awesome, Saskia. I often think about like what kind of mom would I be now? Like I'm 53, right?
yeah.
So there's of course parents that my age have young kids and stuff, but
But she don't
you
look
know,
53 though.
I was a young mom like you. At
Yes,
30, I had my son at 29, my daughter
yes,
at 25.
yes.
25, 26, whatever. But yeah, I was a young mom and I was totally unaware of, any of
What you were getting yourself into because we don't know what we get ourselves into. We just think because I just thought that I just wanted to be a happy family, like me, my baby father, and my kids. Like I just wanted a family and to feel love.
Mhm.
But my kids make me feel loved, but that doesn't make me feel complete. You have to learn to love yourself.
Yes, that is awesome. That is absolutely what this is like, what is it? What are the things that we do so that we can have a greater self-love? Like, what are some of what are some of the habits and routines that you create for yourself so that oh, I'm not
That you feel
having not a
whole
good
and
day.
complete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the things that I use to feel whole and complete now that I wasn't using before is I firmly believe in God and I choose God first. I'm a child of God. I'm his person, so I don't have to look for validation for nobody else no more. Like because I know who I belong to now. I know who I am. I'm a child of God, so I don't have to like look for validation from my baby father no more. Like making him see that I'm being a good mom. Like, like
Right.
I'm being a good mom because I know I'm being a good mom because God says that this is what I'm doing. I'm learning. Every day is a trial and tribulation. So I'm not looking for you to validate me no more. I'm not looking for friends to validate and telling me that I'm a good friend anymore because I know I'm a good person
Right.
because I'm being a good friend to God or my mother and the people that just want to be good friends to me. Like I'm not looking for everybody else to give me validation no more, but I was looking for validation from people before
Mhm.
and I wanted people to love me and accept me and see the beautiful person that I was, but those people wasn't meant to see my beauty. It
Mhm.
was just for me to see it, like, and I had to realize that. So once I gained the relationship with God and I started listening to my Joel Olsten and my I am affirmations and my Palms 91, 23, 72 every day,
Every day.
and when I got a little upset, then I listened to my Joe. Like if somebody made me a little upset, then I take a little breathing, like, breathe. Is this gonna matter tomorrow? Because some of the things that we be going through, if they don't matter tomorrow, they're not. It's not gonna matter tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
so, just
key.
reevaluate the situation that I'm in and talk to God about it. Jesus, why is this person doing this for? But when you gain a relationship with God, you understand why these things happen, because it's like He wants you to see people for who they are, and He wants you to know that you don't need anybody else but
Mhm.
Him. You think that we think we need this person so we can get to where we need to be at, and why this person? No, you don't need that. And if it was meant to happen that way, it wouldn't be complicated, and God would have just placed it, like it would have just been magical. So it is, things are going to get magical, but we do have tests, and we have to go through testimonies for it to become magical.
Mhm.
Like these trials and tribulations, everything that I went through with my kid's father, anything that I went through with my friendships, those were testimonies and trials and tribulations to see. He was testing me to see if these are the things that I really want the better life, or like, do I really want the good friends around me? Like, he had to show me what bad was so that I can be able to enjoy good things and enjoy good people and enjoy good men, because but what I thought was good wasn't.
Say that part right there, right? And
Right.
sometimes you gotta spiral in order to get to the good. You
Yeah.
have to encounter the bad, or
To know what good
what we
is.
say, what we call, because it's not bad, right? It's the experiences that we have in order to say at some point, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I don't want to feel
Right.
like that anymore. And so for some of us, hard headed, because I was very hard headed, would allow myself to, I would get better, and then I would get the
Go
same.
back. Because we didn't learn yet.
And learn.
But now
I
this year,
wasn't
this time
listening,
around, I ain't going
Saskia.
back. I ain't going back.
I
Because
wasn't
I do not want
listening.
to feel those ways no more.
Won't
So
feel
I feel
like
like
that
a
no
year
more.
strong now. And I know I don't want to feel those ways. I don't want to deal with certain type of men anymore. I don't want to be around certain type of females anymore. I'm good on that. I already know what's
Right,
going to come out of the situation now. Like,
right,
like,
right.
and did that for like, maybe.
Oh, happy, get juicy. Go for Hey,
My apologies. My
don't
phone
worry.
died.
I was just saying we was getting to the juicy part right there.
Right. Like, damn. That's how true it was.
That part right there. So what were some of the ways that your body responded to stress? Like, we talking about mental health awareness. What were some of the signs that you knew I'm not okay? Like, what did that look
my
like for you and
eczema,
feel like? Mhm.
my eczema started acting out really, really bad when I get stressed out. My skin looks dry. I don't take care of myself. I have no self-care in me. Like, it's just like I'm eating the wrong things. Mommy, lots of outside food and Mommy, chips and
Mhm.
junk. So I don't feel good. I just want to lay down in the bed all day and try to figure things out. But it ain't no figuring out like why people did this or why somebody did that. That's
Mhm.
Ming. She wants to say
Hey,
hi. Say
hey,
hi.
little cousin, how are you? Good. Oh my goodness, she's growing so beautifully. Lord have
Yes,
mercy.
7 years old.
Wow, girl.
They
Yeah,
get
I
big
always
fast.
say my kids saved my life. They did. They saved my life.
Yes.
'Cause I was on a road.
I like to have fun. I like to have fun.
You my kind of girl. Wait, what's your birthday, Saskia?
I'm a Sagittarius. I like to have fun with the wrong people though. So
We jive together very, very well. I'm a Libra, so it's air
oh yeah,
that
they
fire,
Libras. My kids
that
are
air and that
Libras.
fire together.
My kids are Libras.
I know. I know it.
Regardless. And we had a good time. My first best friend from junior high school, she was a Libra too. So we used to go outside and have a good time whenever we did go outside.
Yes, girl. We know how to turn all the way.
Yes. Have fun.
all the way. Oh, and that's the problem right there. We didn't have too much fun. We ain't
Bumping into
got,
the wrong
we,
people.
we
Like,
be like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, you dangerous? I like you. Come on.
trying to figure out how we
What
can
we
put our
doing?
good
We
selves into
robbing
that.
bank? No problem. What we doing today? We robbing a bank? What am I doing? I'm holding the money? What am I doing? Driving
Like,
a
right.
car?
You the whole thing put in my purse bag. I got you. I got you.
I got you. That's the problem. That's the problem right there.
So fun. That's why I be having to tell myself every single day,
Single
like
day.
every single day,
Day.
like you know
Every
these
day.
guys that be want to hit you up, this scamming is always going to be there. It's always a new scam out here. I want what God wants for me. I want to work for Him. Use Him me as a vessel, please. Dear Lord, keep guiding me and leading me into the right direction, so I don't
Right.
get sidetracked. Because I can't get. I
Girl,
don't
don't
want
get
that life no
sidetracked.
more. Like
Listen, the devil out there. The devil ain't with you
yes,
being no pitchfork and red tail, boo. The devil is out here looking fly.
yeah.
Ah,
Okay,
the
so
devil
good.
out here looking fly, doing fly stuff, honey.
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the temptation is just so strong. And a lot of times when we're vulnerable, that's when these things
It
come up,
snatches us in.
snatch you in quick, and you can feel yourself spiraling out of control. You can feel yourself spiraling. But I'm really glad that you mentioned your relationship with God, because it was really same, that took me in, and I knew that
Because at one point I didn't know what else to do. Like I was just like, tired of keep calling back and forth with my baby father, like, keep calling, and then being ignored. So it was just like, what do I do here before I go kill him?
yes.
Before, like, like I have to do something to him. Like, so it's like I just looked up at the sky and I just started praying and I just started listening to my poems. And then it's that when I listen to this for 7 days. So I just started listening to it for 7 days. And then after I listened for 7 days, and I started listening for more 7 days. And then I just kept going like that because it started making me feel better.
Right. That's it. And
So
you created a new habit.
yeah, a
Created a new
habit.
habit. That's
Anytime I
right.
get upset, let me turn on my Joel Olsten real quick. This shit be making me mad. And then I started becoming more emotionally attacked. I
Mhm.
don't let things bother me no more like how they used to.
Awesome.
I feel like people be wanting a little reaction out of you. Now I just laugh at things like, oh, like, or I just say nothing at all now. Like,
Right.
you used like before, you used to be like, oh, like you just be quiet and you feel like people was taking advantage of you, or like you have no voice, or you're not you're pussy
Right.
or
Yes.
whatever. But sometimes silence is just the best thing
That's
on the
it.
best way to move. Like nobody needs to know how you feeling, and nobody needs to know what you need to say. You just need to be moving towards the better things that you need to be moving towards. Like just
Right.
move with action. You don't need to curse nobody out because they feel that you think that they played you. They only just playing their selves at the end of the day. Nobody's playing you. You know you're a good person. Ain't nobody playing you. They just only playing yourself. You just continue on doing the right thing. And they're gonna see it may not be next month, it may not be the next year, but then in a couple of years, we gonna see who was doing the right things and who was doing the wrong things out here.
Mm-hmm.
The proof be in the pudding.
Put it be in the
So,
pudding. That karma always find its way back to
yeah,
whoever, God will deal with whoever said whatever, did whatever. You stay forward. He said that he will fight your battles. And
yeah,
if you be still and know that he's God, that he's going to make everything good. Everything is going to be good in the end, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
it's
you
hard
just have to
sometimes.
believe it. It's
Gotta
hard to
believe.
believe when you don't see actions changing. That's what it is. But when you start believing and once you start like, I don't care, God is real. I don't got nothing else to believe in. So it's like, like I'm just gonna go with this faith in me that things are gonna get better. I
Mhm.
don't care what nobody else is saying. I don't really care what nobody else is going through right now. This is how I feel. I know that things are going to get better, so I'm moving towards the better ways and around the better people. I don't care about people no more that's not
Mhm.
worshiping Jesus. Like you don't have a relationship with God and you want to keep talking about your baby father all day and night and going back to him and sleeping. I can't talk to you, sis. Like I'm over that lifestyle. I'm trying to talk about my business and what I'm about to vacation I'm about to take on with my kids now. Like, like
Yes.
don't deal with that. just don't deal with that. Like I don't deal with niggas that's not guys that's not pouring into me. Like, like, and I'm not talking about as far as a relationship is concerned, but if you can't have me go to the laundry mat real quick, like, like, or if you can't give me a ride to the supermarket, I don't want to talk to you. Like, it's nothing for us to talk about. I'm building my empire. And if I have to do that by myself, you can do bad all by yourself. I don't need nobody to tag on along with me to do bad with me. Like, like why does misery love company so much? Like
Mhm.
these guys just want you to be miserable with them. They already in a bad situation. They don't have no car, no crib, just hopes and dreams to sell at this big 30-year-old age. And they just want you to go down the road with their asses. Like, no.
Wait a minute. I like how you said this big old 30-year-old. So I must be a dinosaur then. If you big old at 30, girl, I must be scooping up. I must be
Because
the
people,
crib keeper
when
then
I
at
say big
53.
38, big
Yeah,
30-year-old age, like people don't understand at whatever age that we get to 40, 50, like we're big and grown now. We ain't young and 18 no more. Like to where you
right,
could just be doing the things that you want that you doing out here, making the decisions that you making. Are you thinking like a child or are you thinking like a big 30-year-old? Are you thinking
that's
like a big 40-year-old now? Like,
that's
like are you
right.
thinking like a little 10-year-old? Because these men out here, they have the mental capacity of 10-year-old
That's
men
right.
out here. Like they were traumatized from the time they were 10 years old or maybe 8 years old. And now they're just living out that 10-year-old lifestyle now. Like
That's right.
you need to grow up. You don't know that you big and 40. you know that you big and 50 now. Like you can't be thinking like that no more. Like, well, what's going on?
Come on now. I love it.
Like, what's
I
going
love
on?
everything
Like,
about it, Saskia. I love everything about it. You know what I love so much about your generation is that, are you a Gen Z? I think 30 is Gen Z, right?
for
You
real?
were born 1993.
3.
Okay, yeah, you're Gen Z. Yep, big, you're Gen Z. I thought you was millennial. Millennials are like in their 40s now.
Yeah.
Oh, so that you're a Gen Z. Anyway, what I do appreciate about your generation is the fact that y'all are like no tolerance, like no tolerance,
Because
right?
we seen our mamas go through it and we seen where they got from taking the bullshit and accepting people little ways and it don't get you nowhere. You'll be 50 years old and still alone.
That's
like,
it. That part
you'll
right
be
there.
60 years old and still alone. So why don't I just be
And
alone
mad.
right
They
now?
alone and mad
And mad, right.
and
And
taking it
upset
out on
because
everybody else because you couldn't achieve your dreams. You mad about it. That's
you
right.
didn't stay with a man. Yes. Like that showed you the signs that he wasn't fucking with you like that.
Right. And you
Like
ignore the signs.
you ignored
And
the
now
sign.
you
It was all
mad.
on you, babes. Like you should have just been paying attention to your kids. That's what this world is about, raising the kids and showing them the way so that the kids are supposed to be teaching us. I'm pouring all my energy into my babies because I know that I'm gonna need them at the end of the day. This is
Right.
what adults didn't realize back in the days. Our kids
True.
are gonna be the ones to take care of us, not
It's
this
very
man. He gonna
true.
be sitting by my side sick with me.
Right.
I gotta pour all my energy into my kids because when I get old and sick, those are gonna be the two babies taking care of me, not my man.
Right.
Like
True.
man ain't gonna
True.
be there. He might be with another
Unfortunately,
old lady in her bed.
right. That part right there too. Yeah. And you guys are so like definitely independent like our generation, but y'all have this entrepreneur thing on lock. Like y'all
Yes, I
are
feel like
take y'all, the only thing that I say about your generation that y'all need the guidance. Like y'all need somebody to be like, all right, you went too far to the left with that one, or
yeah,
hey, check in with this, or this is not the right way to go. Someone to kind of bring you in. But as far as like y'all entrepreneur spirit, y'all got that on lock. Like y'all have no fear. Y'all will get out here and have a job and then be like, you know what? I don't like it here. You ain't treat me right. I'm leaving. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Whereas we be like, I gotta hold on to my job for 40 years so I can get a pension. Y'all be like, pension?
I need my money now
I want my
because
money now.
now, because then what if I'm waiting for the pension? then I get 50 or 60 and then my back is all fucked up and I can't use the money from my pension now. Like I can go shake my tail feather with my girls now. Like, you feel me? Like, so I'm gonna just use the money right now. Like while I'm young, I could be able to shake my booty. You know, my skin is still nice. I can walk, my knees ain't messed up yet. My knees gonna get messed up soon. Like,
yes. Do you still have, do you have meg knees? You still have some meg knees in
I
you?
got a little meg knee in me. But the Megan needs, I gotta go to the gym and stuff like that now to get them worked out. The oil in them
Gotta
going.
get it together. Get it together. We had our meg knees until at least 35 now. We
Yes.
the meg knees into 40. So we definitely broke down. We'd have broke down model, 50 something, we'd have broke down. But for
No, y'all
sure.
was very strong too. I feel like we all didn't know what we was doing. We still don't. We was learning from somebody, so we was learning from the past generation before, and y'all did a great job as well because y'all taught us what we know to know now. Like, all right, I was doing this, but Saskia, you don't do that.
Right.
You know?
That's right. That's it.
You see where
That's
that got
it.
me at? Like, you
That's
know, you
it.
don't do that. So y'all was very strong. Y'all dealt with a lot of bullshit and y'all raised our families, and that's what little girls need to see growing up, and that's what we want to do for our kids as well. But these men is a little different these
They are
days.
very
Like,
different. Do you feel do you feel any pressure from, because I know, like your mom, and my age, we all, right, our generation, and then our parents, they had the standards here, and
yeah,
they came through Jim Crow lifestyle, and we were just kind of independent in our own thinking and stuff. Do you feel any sense of pressure to like live up to a certain standard, or how do you feel
no,
about
my mom, she doesn't make me feel like I have to uphold to any standards. Like,
it?
she just makes me feel like she loves me no matter what decision I make. Like,
Mm,
so that's just how I'm gonna go about it with anybody. Like, and I feel like nobody can tell me, even if my mom didn't accept me, I'm at the point in age in my life where I'm just only being accepted from God. So even if you didn't accept my actions or what I said or how I said I want to feel it, God is the only vindicator of me and my actions. He wouldn't have gave me this thought if he didn't feel like I could go through with it. Like, so that's the only person that I'm taking any advice with. Because when I read the little scriptures, he says the thoughts in your head, those are from him. So
right,
I'm not thinking no bad or evil thoughts in my head. So
right.
that means that if I'm getting good thoughts in my head, that's from God, and He wants me to fulfill those thoughts that I need to fulfill. I don't care what nobody else says about how they feel I should do things. That's not your life. You didn't
Preach,
give me that thought.
preach.
God does those things. Like,
You ain't God.
yeah, and you ain't Jesus. So I don't care about how you feel. No, I don't care about how anybody feels. But maybe before, back in 2 years ago, when I didn't know who I was and I wasn't worshiping Jesus, then I would feel a type of way if somebody felt like I should be doing certain things a certain type of way.
Mhm.
Definitely. Like, oh, you're not being a good mom. That would make me feel some type of way. Like, oh, you need to stop yelling so much. Like, those are things that make me feel some type of way. But now, these days, it don't make me feel some type of way because I know that I'm doing the best that I can. I'm learning and I'm doing everything that I can do, just like how you was in your state of mind that you was in at the time that you were. I'm doing this by myself. I'm by myself every single day with 2 kids for the most part. My homegirl don't come see me. I'm in here by myself. So it's like I
Mhm.
can't be listening to what everybody else has to say or what they feel I should be doing or how I should be doing it. This
Mhm.
ain't your life.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
we live in the same, we not living the same type of life. We're living two total different lives. So whatever you was doing and how you was doing it was okay for you to do those things and within your circumstances. My circumstances are a little bit different.
That's right.
So I gotta go with
How
things
would
within my
how would you
circumstances.
encourage, let's say, someone who maybe they don't have kids, right? But they're in their 20s or whatever, and they're having a really difficult time. Maybe they know God, but they fill with a lot of doubt. How would you encourage someone in that state, um, and let them, help them to know to how to be proactive and
More
feeling
so
better
of a
about themselves?
believer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's hard because I tried to make people believe that weren't believers. I feel like within things like that, you have to show people your actions within. They have to see it within you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they see me keep on praising Jesus, then if they keep seeing me talking about my testimonies. Today was a horrible day, but well, today not horrible day because no day is horrible. Today a couple of bad things happened to me, but this is how I dealt with it.
Challenges. This is a
Yeah,
challenging day. Yeah.
yeah. But this is how I dealt with it. And people like, oh snap, that's all you did. Some people don't want to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you be like, oh, all you gotta do is listen to Palm 91 and then Joel Olsten. Because I've been telling people, I'll go out my way and I'll be sending 20 people to Joel Olsten. Ain't nobody listens to that. But then they still complaining, oh, life is this way, life is that way. But you're not listening to the Joel Olsten, or nor you listening to your Palm 91 or 92, and you're not listening to your I am affirmation. So why are you complaining for? Right? Like why you
It's
complaining
action.
for?
You got to take action.
Because you have to take the action. And if you're not taking the action, then your life will not become a better life for you. If you're not putting in the footwork, if you don't have that relationship with God, if you don't take 5 minutes out of the day to act, to thank him first for everything that you have, and then asking for the other things that you may want to have. Like, you don't do those things, the life that you want is not going to progress. And it's like no sugarcoating it. Like, like, you don't take the actions, you don't take the steps every morning and every night. If you want a different life, you have to make the change. Like, and it's not easy to make, but you can listen to the Joel Osteen while you're doing your hair in the morning or brushing your teeth. Mm-hmm. Like, people get up every morning, and it used to be me too. Just get on straight on Facebook and Instagram, like, not thanking God for a beautiful day, for the beautiful day that you're going to have. Because when you thank God for the beautiful day that you're about to have, the day just gets better. Like, it just becomes so much better. Like, nothing bad happens within that day, but when you don't do those things, and you notice the shift and the change, but you don't thank Jesus in the morning time before you start that day off. But nobody can tell me to do those things. I have to just take that action into doing it, because I gotta know that I want something better. So if you want something better, you have to do better. And that's just it. Like, you have to do the better things. Like, you cannot just think that, oh, you're gonna live a better life and you keep on doing the same exact thing that you've been doing every single day and every single night.
Awesome.
And it's a slow change. Maybe you don't have to listen to all of the I am, the Palms 92, and the Joe. Maybe you could just listen to one of them. Maybe you could just listen to the I am affirmations for one morning and one night. Mm-hmm. Until you feel like you really want the total change. But I wanted the total change. I wanted to feel so much better. So I'm listening to all three at one time, because I ain't nothing else more important to me than having a better life out here right now, because I know how bad it can get. Like, it can get bad. You can get lost. Like, you can be lost in the stores. And sometimes we wonder why people turn into crackheads or doing heroin. It's because they was lost. Like, and it's easy to get lost out here when you don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. Don't know who you are. Now you're just following crowds now. Yeah.
And there's no
following people that you think that love you, because they're doing this and they're showing you, they're not giving you the right things. Here, take this, friend. Drink this alcohol, friend. Take this weed, friend. These are all things that you could do by yourself, if that's what you wanted to do. Like, that's not your friend because she's giving you alcohol or weed to smoke. Mm-hmm. Your friend is going to give you a book to read. Like, like, your real friend is going to give you a book to read. Like, like, they're going to give you some food to eat. That's what a real friend is going to do. Some food to eat. I always got some food to give somebody. Your birthday coming up, I can make you a cake, friend. Those are what friends are going to do for you. Like, like, because $2 to buy a box of cake mix from the store. Like, those are what friends are going to do. Friends are not going to keep inviting you to the next party that's out. That's not what friends want to do. Keep on getting you drunk and intoxicated with drugs and alcohol and around drug dealers and scammers. It's fun, but it ain't good for you.
Right.
It ain't good for you. Like,
not
like,
good for you.
And then we could be working on something so totally different. If I wouldn't have got distracted, Saskia Spice would have been somewhere totally different right now. But because I was always so distracted and always trying to help somebody else out and being incorporated in somebody else's life and trying to fix up a man real fast instead of fixing up Saskia Spice, like, things could have been further. But now, every single time you mess up, you got to start back over again. You got to make up that time that you fucked up now. Like, again, like.
Now you got to make it up. Now you got to repeat the story. You got to repeat the cycle and pass the test. Now you got to
pass the test this time. Like,
pass the test. Gotta,
No more drug dealers or scammer niggas.
no, no. You got to develop boundaries. You got to have
Yes,
boundaries. You got to pass the test. And like I heard Dick Gregory say that when we come from God, we have to be just as clean in going back to Him.
exactly. Also, we gonna keep going in circles and circles and circles. And that one time we make that little mistake and we go do that little scam that we know we wasn't supposed to go do. Now we gotta make that up again. Like,
Mhm.
and you just
'Cause it's
wasted
gonna come
so much
back to
time
you.
doing it. Yes,
Right.
like, and I had to realize that too. Like, no, you can't keep wasting time going backwards. Those are all distractions. This could have been you buying a little seasoning for Saskia Spice the jar. Like you don't need much.
Right.
We think we need
Right.
all of this stuff. Like
Um,
we think we need this. And y'all be throwing all those clothes away. Like we having thousands of sneakers, Jordans, Balenciaga. I'm giving those stuff away. I don't need those. Like
right.
like they don't fit my feet no more. Things go out of style and this and that. Like I could have been $30,000 more up or 100K up in with this Saskia Spice if I would have just sat my ass down and
Mhm.
not looking for to be validated from all of these other folks out here that basically are not good within the spirit. They don't have they everybody wants to be like you, wants what you have. And it
Right.
ain't the clothing, it's not the jewelry. Like
No.
it's your spirit. So just keep it inside when you're in your place of peace. You don't have to go outside and try to look for people to love you. Just love yourself. Like that's the message that I have
Yeah, that
for
you
the
are
youth.
amazing at such a young age that have full of wisdom and empathic and knowledgeable about the things of God. And you don't find that often. So I'm just so excited about just what you're doing. Of course I'll put this together, but tell us what you projecting. I heard you say Saskia Spice. Like what is that? And I know you sew, you cook, you do some of everything. Like,
Yes.
what's your
Saskia
what's your
Spice
th-
is a
that's
catering company and a meal planning company. Like basically just giving people food that's tastes good and it's also healthy for them. Like I use turmeric powders when I cook, oregano, parsley. So those are all things that can help you with your health and like your gut and stuff like that. Seafood. If I make the chicken, I'm gonna make it like in a healthy type of way, grilled type of way. So those are like the meal plans. Then the spice, I want to come up with like spice jars
mm,
to
mm,
so that it could be easier for people to cook as well. Like you don't have to go on your thing looking for the sazon, this, that. Everything is just gonna come all they want. My little mix up that I've been
fine.
mixing
All
up since
in
I was 7.
one. Saskia Spice. All
Mixing
in
up since
one.
I was 7 years old. Like this spice is gonna be magnificent. Like like
You've
it
been
is
you've
good.
been
Like
dreaming about your spices since you were 7.
yes, I wanted a restaurant. I used to make menus. I used to want like like you remember Dream Girls when they used to have the thing when they used to stay in a restaurant and then like
Yes.
that's the type of thing I want to have. Like
Oh,
I
like a
want to be a
bar and
dream girl
grill,
too.
like
Like I
a
always wanted to be a
okay.
dream girl.
Awesome. Awesome. It's gonna happen because you already have it in your mind. And I always say the thing that you're supposed to do, right, is the thing you've always been doing. You've always been doing it. That is the thing that is your soul's purpose.
Yes, since I was a
And
kid,
yeah, that is
7 years
awesome.
old.
That's awesome. And mine is dance. Like, so I knew that dance was my way of communicating because it was so difficult for me to communicate my thoughts and feelings. So
Yes.
that's why I got into speech therapy and things like that because I could see when kids were struggling to express themselves, but they were amazing artists. They were amazing at doing, painting and drawing and
Yeah.
dancing and things like that. So I could see the struggle and knew exactly what was really
Right.
happening in their heart. So that's really what attracted me to doing speech therapy. But at the same time, I have my own struggles. But I know that using movement is a healing art, and that's really my soul's calling. And I created the body flow method to teach women how to heal their
Use it.
bodies.
Yes. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. Like I'm so happy for both of us that we're in this space right now. Because, like you said, like we both said, it takes a lot. Like it's not many people that are chasing the better life, like that want the better life and that want to help themselves. Most of all, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. So we be making the
Me?
steps. Yeah. And making the steps. And I really know what he meant when he said that, even though I don't know if he's practicing those words or whatever the case may be, but we can't try to help nobody. Like I can't help my neighbor if I'm not being helped myself. If I'm not eating my fruits and my vegetables, and like you said, doing my positive movement and listen to my I am affirmation, I'm not gonna be healthy enough to be able to help anybody else around me. So I gotta change myself first and make sure I'm taking the right proper steps towards me so that I can be able to help everybody around me.
That's awesome.
But we making those changes.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't want to keep you from the kids 'cause I know afternoons, it's all
Yes,
about getting
yes.
the
And we
homework
get
done.
I would love to be a part of any other segment we could work together as much as we can because that's gonna be helping you and helping me. Helping me is helping you is helping me. So
Mhm.
we gotta get this done. We gotta start doing it. So anytime you want to just like do a little podcast, tune me in. My homegirl, she's really into it too. Like, with the mental health and awareness. My only friend that does come over here and come see me. So that's the twins godmother. So like,
Good.
like we're really into anything that we do for each other. If I'm doing something, she's gonna participate in. If she's doing something, I'm gonna participate in
Awesome.
doing it. And she
Awesome.
has lots of testimonies as well. So I feel like that she would have lots of good, beautiful things to say to add on to this mental health awareness month. Like, so she said that she already mentioned it to her. She said she would like to be a part of it. So just let me know so I
Well,
can let
I
her know.
absolutely would love to have her on and just to connect. There's so many who are struggling. But when we see representation, we have to see representation of ourselves in order to know that these things are possible. Right.
Yes.
When I wanted to do dance, there wasn't a lot of us. When I started seeing Debbie Allen and when I was like 9 and 10 years old, I was like, oh, what?
You
Face
have to
came
remember
out.
Debbie.
I was
Like,
like, wait.
but that's when I was saying, like, it's not too many of like people are not seeing these things that we're doing. Like we're only seeing it on Instagram and or but my next door neighbor ain't doing the same, like making the same testimony or trying to go through the same. Like nobody's. It's very like you said hard to find people that are doing the same things and to give you that extra motivation that you need because everybody's losing hope and faith, especially after COVID happened. People are losing a lot of hope and faith out here for themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, I lost a little hope and faith. I'm happy that I started praying to God and that like he brought me over my good friend or whatever. We've been friends for 7 years, but sometimes you get sidetracked or whatever, things get distant. But if I didn't have one little person to come over here and motivate me, I probably would have it would have been no Saskia Spice no more. It just would have been a mom. Like that's it. Because I'm tired. Like you get tired of trying to figure things out. Like,
Right.
like
Right.
it gets very tiring. Like, damn, I gotta do this all over again.
Yes,
you know,
it does.
like,
But
like
knowing your affirmations, knowing that, all things work together, that is the confirmation that God's
yeah,
hand is on our life and that, everyone, we all are so interconnected as a people, right? If something happens to me, that's going to affect this one, that's going to affect that one, and then on the line, that affects that.
yes,
You know what I mean? So once we realize and walk in the fact that we're all connected, we start treating ourselves better. We start moving our body better. We
yes,
start thinking better. And not just that, in our level of perception, how we see things,
yes.
managing our nervous system because we live so long on our survival mode that,
It becomes
tra-
hard.
yeah, that now to, managing ourselves as, in a calm nervous system, it makes a big difference.
It
It makes
does.
a big
But
difference.
that's when you, like you said, we have Jesus, and
Okay.
we have our I am affirmation, and then your people will come once you start believing more in God. Then the same people that think like you are gonna come to you.
Fine.
Like your people will come, so you don't have to be discouraged. Because I was getting a little discouraged too. Like, dang, everybody just want to talk about their Debbie baby father. Nobody want to change. Like, they talk about something different. Like, but nope, just block those people out. Stay by
Block them
yourself
out.
for a little while
Create
and
a
just keep
zone.
asking God, like, God, please bring my people to me. You know, like, and they're gonna come. They're gonna come, and then you'll get to see how real Jesus is too.
Ooh, talk
Like,
about it, Saskia.
really, once you just
Girl,
sit and wait on him a
is
little bit,
real. He is
he's real. He be
real.
making stuff happen, like for real, for real. But not when you want it to happen, when he wants it to happen. And when you just keep believing and staying focused, it's just like magic. Like it's really like
Is.
magic. And then people be like looking at you like you crazy a little bit. Like, what are you talking about? Like magic. Like, yeah, like magic. It literally happens like that. Like you don't have to be like, worrying, weary, anything. What it says in the Bible is true. Like you
Yes.
it's really true. Like, just believe, take your deep breaths in, and talk to him and ask him for what you want, and you're gonna get what you want. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Somebody pinch me.
Oh my God. All right, Saskia, let me let you go. And I mean, hugs to grandma, to your grandma, hugs to
Yes.
mama, hugs to everybody. Tell everybody I said, hey, I love you so much. We'll be doing
I
this
love you so
out
much
the next week
too.
so I can connect with your friend and get her on as well, just
Yes.
to encourage those who are y'all age group. They need encouragement right now.
Yes, definitely. She's 27. She's 27. She's about to be 28. So I'm 30. She's 27. You get that here, like, somebody from a different age range group, like in the
Yes.
20s. So that'd be good because we all different ages. So
Right.
we all have different perspectives. We
That's
all been through different things. And she doesn't have kids neither. So that's perfect.
oh, that's
But
perfect.
she has been through some things that I feel like she can help people with. And she's down to help people with that too.
Awesome. We need each other. That's it. We
Yes.
people. And I love you so very much. Tell everybody I said hey.
Okay, I love you too, Shauna. Make sure you text me and call me, okay?
I will. All right. Love you so
Okay.
much. Tell everybody I said hey. All right. Bye bye.
All right.